Sound check, 1, 2. So my sister Emily was in town last weekend, and I was fully planning on taking her flying for the first time in 20 years. Fall of 1998 is when I got my pilot's license, and October of 1998, I took her and my mom and my little brother on a flight from Bozeman, Montana to West Yellowstone. I was 17, she was 6. I still can't believe that I was allowed to fly when I was 17 years old. If you followed me on Instagram, you would have seen this picture last week. This was my logbook and the airplane of 45531, which was a beautiful, I think, 1973 Cessna 150 that I got most of my private pilot's license hours in. Great plane. Bozeman was a great airport to learn in. So we were going to go flying, but before that, we decided to go out to the beehives. I wanted to show her the bees before we actually went flying, and she hadn't seen them yet. So we went out to the beehives, and as I always do, I went into them to see if they had food and stuff like that, and this happened.
Oh.
You got you?
Yep.
Where? Ow.
Right on the eye.
Let's take another look at that in slow motion.
Oh.
Well, it didn't look that bad on the spot. It got me in the eye, and I knew immediately that it was going to be pretty bad for a couple of days. But thankfully, for your entertainment, I decided to take a photo every couple hours, which leads to this beautiful little montage. Yep, it was no fun. And obviously with my eyes swollen shut like that, I was in no way going to be able to fly an airplane safely. As you probably know, depth perception is one of the biggest things, especially when landing, and not being able to see out of one eye makes it a little bit harder, especially if you're not used to it. So instead of doing that, I wanted to show you guys how I sync audio from my iPod recorder on a flight into the main video. I'm doing the same thing here, so right now I'm recording this audio in here, and I'm also recording on there. If you listen to the camera alone, which you're going to do right now, you'll see that every time the camera refocuses, it has a super annoying focus sound. Whereas if you listen to just the audio on the iPod, it is incredibly clean, especially when I run a noise reducer, so it removes the air conditioning from my office and everything like that. Let's jump into Premiere and take a look. Okay, so here we are in Adobe Premiere. First of all, let's do it the easy way. The easy way is this. You take your first clip, drop it on a timeline, take your audio clip, drop it on the timeline, and we have two of them right here. Simply stated, you highlight them both, right click, hit synchronize, then hit audio, and boom, they're synchronized. If we go out here and you hit play, airplane of 455, they work perfectly. I can mute one or unmute one, and you hear them both. Cessna 150, but I got most of my private pilot's license hours in. The harder way of doing it is this, and I have to put my headphones in for it. If not, I can't hear. But one thing you have to do is give yourself some sort of key at the beginning of each video. So, for example, in this one, I clap my hands twice at the beginning. There it is. So I go into the audio monitor, shrink it down to as small as possible, and then listen for the clap. There it is. Put my marker at the very beginning of the clap, or put my timeline at the very beginning of the clap and add a marker. Then I do the exact same thing for the audio track alone, which doesn't have a video. I'll shrink it down. I know that these are my 2 claps, and if we hit play, we can confirm that. Yep, there they are. Once again, I put the marker at the very beginning of the first clap. I hit marker, and now if we go to the main timeline down here, you'll see I have a green marker on my video and audio track and a green marker on my audio alone track. If you have the little magnet snap tool highlighted here, when you click and drag, it will, in theory, automatically snap it to the correct spot. And then if we listen to both of these again, they should be synced up just right. Soundtrack 1, 2. So my sister... And it seems like they are. If they're not, like this for example, soundtrack 1, 2. So my sister Emily was in town last weekend and I was fully... Now it looks like we're harmonizing when we're really not. So those are the 2 ways of doing this. If you can't get the markers in the exact correct spot, the easiest way to do it, and I can do this by removing markers, like this, clear marker. You can zoom in as far as you possibly can, and then either hit the U key on your keyboard or just go to slide tool, and the slide tool will let you micromanage how this looks. So let's take a look now. See, we're about 5 seconds or 5/100ths of a second off. We can drag it 3 1/100ths. Pretty close. If we go another 2, I bet it'll be dead on. Soundtrack 1, 2. And now they're perfect. With that, thanks for coming along. Next week we'll have more flying videos again. Please remember to subscribe right up here. Watch more videos right down here. It really helps out when you do. And then go to my social media. If you had been on my social media, you would have seen an awesome story of the entire beesting as it was happening. That's on Instagram right here. Thanks again for coming along. See you next time. Also, go to my bee channel, which is right down here. See ya.